People who gave up pursuing their dream to settle for a more secure or comfortable life. How did it turn out, and do you regret your decision? I went to school for video game development. Full-on 4-year program, degree in hand, ready to change the world pixel by pixel. I loved games. Still do. The storytelling, the mechanics, the way a good game could make you feel something real while holding a controller. It felt like magic, and I wanted to be the magician. After graduation, I got a job pretty quickly at a mid-sized studio. Nothing flashy, but we were working on a real game with a real budget and real deadlines. At first, I was thrilled just to be there. My name was going to be in the credits. I remember taking a picture of my desk the first day and texting it to everyone I knew. It felt like I'd made it, but the shine wore off fast. Crunch hit 3 months in. We were working on a patch for a buggy release and the higher-ups were in full panic mode. Suddenly, I was pulling 14-hour days, 6 days a week. We'd finish one sprint and be told to get ready for the next before we could even breathe. No time to polish, no time to iterate, just fix it, build it, ship it. I thought it was just a rough patch, part of the deal. You get through it and things balance out. But it wasn't a phase. It was the norm. Layoffs started hitting the floor 6 months after I got there. A friend of mine got let go mid-week, no warning. He was in the middle of a feature and got an email asking him to stop by HR. He packed his stuff in silence while the rest of us pretended not to look. Management said it was restructuring, said it wouldn't happen again. It happened again, a month later. I stuck it out for almost 3 years. 3 projects, 2 studios, 1 nervous breakdown I didn't fully admit was happening until much later. The last game I worked on got delayed 3 times and then released half-baked anyway. The reviews were brutal. People called it a cash grab. They weren't wrong. One day, I realized I hadn't actually played a video game for fun in over 8 months. That was the moment it clicked for me. This industry I loved had turned into a machine I didn't want to be part of anymore. It didn't feel creative. It felt like a meat grinder with pretty lighting. I left. No dramatic send-off, no backup plan. I just quit and started applying to everything and anything that paid decently and wasn't run by marketing departments with god complexes. For a while, I bounced around. Warehouse work, contract gigs doing basic UI design for boring corporate apps. IT help desk for a university where the most exciting thing that happened was someone microwaving tinfoil. I hated every second of it. Not because it was hard, but because it was nothing. Empty. Like someone had turned the contrast down on my life. Eventually, I landed a job at an aerospace manufacturing plant. Not exactly glamorous. Definitely not creative, but stable. The company's been around since the 1940s. My boss is a guy named Randy who's been there 31 years and still brings lunch in a Coleman cooler. No one's getting rich, but no one's getting laid off without 6 months of notice either. Benefits are good. Pay is solid. No one expects me to work past 4:30 unless something's on fire. And even then, they'll ask nicely. It's not my dream job. Hell, it's barely a job in the way I used to define it. But I've come to terms with something. I don't need to love what I do for money. I just need it to not crush my soul. I get my fulfillment elsewhere now. I started painting again. I'm in a local D+D group where I get to build stories with friends. I still make little indie games sometimes, just for me. No deadlines, no monetization, just because it's fun. I also fell in love. We live in a small house with bad windows and too many plants. And every Sunday we make pancakes and talk about the week ahead, like it's not just another rerun of the same routine. I used to think giving up on your dream meant failure, that it meant you'd settled. But now, I think it just means you made peace with the idea that dreams don't have to pay your rent. I still miss it sometimes. The spark of a new idea, the buzz in the room when something works. But I don't miss the anxiety, the fear, the way it drained every part of me until even my weekends felt like work. I'm not where I thought I'd be, but I'm okay. Actually, I'm more than okay. I've got time, I've got quiet, and I've got enough left in the tank to enjoy the parts of life that aren't tied to a paycheck. That's not nothing. That's actually a lot.